Welcome everyone to my channel. If you haven't been here before, pull up a seat, sit down. We are going to do a TBR a little differently for the month of July. Why is it a little differently? Well, 3, 4, 5 of the books are audible, and 2 of the books are physical. That's where it is at. Why is that way? Because we're doing something a little different. So, a couple of you guys, 2 actually, to be honest, wanted me to read some specific books. Since I've got almost enough for a whole TBR, I decided to do that for the month of July. We are going to read specifically from these 2 commenters books they want me to read out of all of it. Now, the first person who wanted me to read a book is CC Reads. She wants me to read Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Okay, so we're going to read this one. Scottish Highlands, 1945. Claire Randall, a former British combat nurse, is just back from the war and reunited with her husband on a second honeymoon when she walks through a standing stone in one of the ancient circles that dot the British Isles. Suddenly she is a Sacentia, an outlander, in a Scotland torn by war and raiding clans in the year of our Lord, 1743. Claire is catapulted into the trees of a world that threatens her life and may shatter her. Marooned amid danger, passion, and violence, her only chance of safety lies in Jamie Fraser, a gallant young Scots warrior. What begins in compulsion becomes urgent need, and Claire finds herself torn between 2 very different men in 2 irreconcilable lives. So, I was recommended to read this, so we're going to read it in July, and we're going to see whether or not I'm going to enjoy said book. It's pretty thick. Also, this is an audible, so we're gonna listen to the audible of this. It's actually a 32-hour audible, but like I said, the majority of my TBR is audible for July, so majority of it will be listening to it. So I will definitely be able to get through these, because if I listen to like 5 hours of an audible a day, it should work. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how well this works, because there's a lot. So, the next one, Arnold Juma 24 wanted me to read a couple of books, and those were these here, which is basically a lot. We're gonna start with the series. So he wants me to read The Hobbit. Well, not The Hobbit, but he wants me to read The Lord of the Rings. Okay? But to read The Lord of the Rings, I have to read The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay? That's a must. It's just the way it is. The Hobbit is the prequel. So I have to read it. You'll have to excuse this. A dog chewed this leather bound up. It was actually a very pretty Hobbit until the dog got a hold of it. But, yeah. We are going to read The Hobbit first. Technically, we're going to listen to the audible, and it's a 10-hour audible. So this will be the first one we'll listen to. Doing from work, 2 hours, about 4 hours a night. Maybe I can do that. Get it done in like 2 days, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna push the convention and see how that's gonna go. And then, of course, The Lord of the Rings is 3 books. Obviously. We have Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I just noticed there's a thing on the back of this book, and that is not gonna fly with me. Oh, fuck you, you freaking sticker. Why do you put stickers on the books? It's just fucking dumb. These are also by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is actually 22 and 38 minute audible Then we have this one, which is a 20-hour and 47-minute Audible. And this is 21 hours. So we're gonna have a fun time listening to those Audibles. Yeah. So that's those. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Calculate it, all the Audibles, hours, and everything like that. Figure out how long I have to listen to a day to finish all of it. Well, we're gonna physically read. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to these per se. We're gonna try to get to the physical reads. As much as I would love to say I'm going to definitely 100% get to them, it is a possibility that I won't. But he also wanted me to read The Darkest Night by Gina Showalter, which is the Lords of the Underworld. It's actually the first book in the series. I read the prequel to it, so he wants me to read that. There is no audible for it, so we're going to read it. And then, because I need to have 7 books, at least in my Audible, not my Audible, but my TBR, we have my niece pull The Hollow Needle by Maurice LeBlanc for the Arsène Lupin. We're going to read that. So this is basically my TBR for the month of July. There's going to be a lot of Audible listening on it, and that's okay. It's a good thing to do. Floppy book at the bottom. But there you go. That is what I'll be reading for July, and I will be, of course, like I said, reading the majority of these through Audible. I had to think for a second there. So, if you guys think I deserve a like, comment, and a lovely subscription, why don't you go ahead and drop it down below. I will see you next illusion.